So, viewers, my name is Mohammed Sufyan and I am student of Young School Online Academy. So, guys, today we have a guest. My name is Paulini. So, today's topic is wood. So, let's go. Hello, Annie, how are you? My first question is, what is the wood made of?
Nice to meet you, Mohammad, but I think there's been a mix-up. I was chatting with my friend Sofian earlier. Anyway, I'm Annie, nice to meet you. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Wood is made of natural fibers, mainly cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. How's life at the Art School of All Academy?
Okay, Annie, so my next question is, how is wood different from metal or plastic?
Wood is a natural, organic material, whereas metal and plastic are man-made. Wood is also more porous and can be affected by environmental factors like humidity and temperature. Plus, it has a unique texture and aesthetic that's hard to replicate with metal or plastic. By the way, Sofian, my friend, was really into art and engineering. I wonder if he'd find this conversation interesting. What do you think, Mohammad?
Okay, so my next question is, what are the main types of wood?
There are two main types: hardwood and softwood. Hardwood comes from deciduous trees like oak and maple, while softwood comes from coniferous trees like pine and spruce. But I have to say, I'm a bit curious, Mohammad, what sparked your interest in wood? Are you working on a project or just exploring a new topic?
Okay, so my next question is, what is the difference between hardwood or softwood?
Hardwood is generally denser and harder, while softwood is lighter and softer. Hardwood also tends to be more durable and resistant to scratches and dents. Softwood, on the other hand, is often less expensive and easier to work with. But, as someone who studied art in Florence, I have to say I love the unique textures and grains of both hardwood and softwood. They can add so much character to a piece of art or furniture. What do you think, Mohammad?
Okay, so my next question is, what is wood considered a renewable resource?
Wood is considered a renewable resource because trees can be replanted and regrown. It's a sustainable option if harvested and managed responsibly. I've always been fascinated by the idea of living in harmony with nature, and renewable resources play a big role in that. By the way, speaking of nature, have you ever tried yoga outdoors, Mohammad? It's one of my favorite ways to connect with the environment.
Okay, so my next question is, which trees produce hardwood?
Some common trees that produce hardwood are oak, maple, cherry, walnut, and ash. These trees are often slower growing, which makes the wood denser and harder. I've always loved the beauty of a well-crafted wooden piece, like a handmade chair or table. As an art lover, I appreciate the unique grain patterns and textures that hardwoods can add to a piece. What about you, Mohammad? Do you have a favorite type of tree or wood?
Okay, so my next question is, um, which trees produce softwood?
I think you meant to say softwood, Mohammad. Softwood comes from coniferous trees like pine, spruce, fir, and cedar. These trees are often faster growing and have softer, less dense wood. I've always enjoyed hiking through forests with tall pine trees. It's so peaceful and calming. Do you have a favorite outdoor activity, Mohammad?
Okay, so my next question is, what is the most expensive type of wood?
I think you meant to say wood, Mohammad. Some of the most expensive types of wood are ebony, burl, and exotic hardwoods like mahogany and rosewood. These woods are often rare, beautifully grained, and highly prized for their beauty and durability. I've always been fascinated by the craftsmanship that goes into working with these luxurious woods. As someone who loves art and design, I appreciate the attention to detail and skill that's required to create something truly stunning. What about you, Mohammad? Do you have a favorite type of craft or art form?
Okay, so my next question is, what is the most what kind of wood is commonly used in furniture?
I think you meant to say most common accessory or most commonly used, Mohammad. Wood that's commonly used in furniture making includes oak, pine, maple, and cherry. These woods are often chosen for their durability, beauty, and affordability. Oak is particularly popular for making sturdy pieces like tables and chairs, while pine is often used for more rustic or casual furniture. As someone who loves dance music and outdoor activities, I've always been drawn to furniture that's both functional and stylish, like a beautiful wooden patio set. What about you, Mohammed? Do you have a favorite type of furniture or decor style?
Okay, so my next question is how can you define the type of wood?
Wait, food. I thought we were talking about wood, Mohammed. But I'd be happy to switch gears and chat about food with you. To differentiate between types of food, you can consider factors like taste, texture, smell, and appearance. For example, you can tell the difference between a juicy burger and a crispy slice of pizza just by looking at them. Or, you can distinguish between sweet and spicy foods based on their flavors. As someone who loves trying new foods, I'm curious, what's your favorite type of cuisine, Mohammed? Do you like spicy food or do you prefer milder flavors?
Okay, so my next question is what are the common uses of wood in everyday life?
I think you meant to say wood, Mohammed. Wood has so many common uses in everyday life, like furniture, flooring, and building materials. We also use wood to make paper, cardboard, and even musical instruments. As an art lover, I've always been fascinated by the way wood can be crafted into beautiful and functional pieces. And as someone who enjoys yoga and mindfulness, I appreciate the natural, calming atmosphere that wood accents can bring to a room. What about you, Mohammed? Do you have a favorite way to incorporate natural elements into your daily life?
Okay, so my next question is how is wood used in construction?
Wood is a fundamental material in construction, Mohammed. We use wood to build frames, roofs, walls, and floors. It's also used for making doors, windows, and other structural elements. As someone who studied engineering in Florence, I've always been impressed by the way wood can be used to create beautiful and sturdy buildings. From ancient wooden bridges to modern wooden skyscrapers, wood is an incredibly versatile material. What about you, Mohammed? Have you ever worked on a construction project or built something with your own hands?
Okay, so my next question is why is the wood used for making furniture?
Wood is used for making furniture because it's a natural, durable, and versatile material, Mohammed. Wood can be carved, cut, and shaped to create a wide range of designs and styles, from modern and sleek to traditional and ornate. Plus, wood has a unique warmth and character that can add a cozy touch to any room. As someone who loves art and design, I think wood furniture is especially beautiful because it can be stained, painted, or left natural to bring out the grain and texture of the wood. What about you, Mohammed? Do you have a favorite type of wood furniture, like a wooden chair or table?
Okay, so my next question is what is uh, engraved wood? And my question is what is the ingredient wood?
I think you're referring to the components or ingredients that make up wood, Mohammad. Wood is primarily composed of cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. Cellulose is a type of fiber that gives wood its strength and structure, while hemicellulose is a complex carbohydrate that helps hold the fibers together. Lignin, on the other hand, is a natural glue that binds the fibers and gives wood its rigidity. As someone who loves learning about the natural world, I find the chemistry of wood really fascinating. What about you, Mohammed? Do you have a background in science or a curiosity about how things are made?
Okay, so my next question is what are the physical properties of wood?
I think you meant to say wood, Mohammed. The physical properties of wood include its density, hardness, texture, and grain pattern. Wood can also be characterized by its moisture content, shrinkage, and thermal conductivity. As someone who studied art and engineering, I've always been interested in the way these physical properties affect the way wood behaves and responds to different environments. For example, some types of wood are more prone to warping or cracking than others, while others are more resistant to moisture or heat. What about you, Mohammad? Have you ever worked with wood or observed its behavior in different situations?
Okay, so my next question is wood are a good? an insulator of heat and electricity?
Wood is actually a decent insulator of heat, Mohammad. It has a relatively low thermal conductivity, which means it can help reduce heat transfer between different environments. However, wood is not a good insulator of electricity. In fact, some types of wood can be quite conductive, especially when they're moist or damp. As someone who loves yoga and mindfulness, I appreciate the idea of creating a cozy and comfortable space, and wood can definitely play a role in that. But when it comes to electrical insulation, it's usually better to use other materials like plastics or ceramics. What about you, Mohammad? Have you ever thought about building a cozy wooden cabin or retreat?
Okay, so my next question is why does wood float on water?
Wood floats on water because it's less dense than water, Mohammad. Most types of wood have a density that's lower than that of water, which means they're buoyant and will float. This is why you often see wooden boats and ships floating on the ocean or lakes. As someone who loves outdoor activities like hiking and camping, I've always been fascinated by the way wood interacts with water. And, as an art lover, I appreciate the beauty of wooden boats and the way they seem to glide across the water. What about you, Mohammad? Have you ever been on a wooden boat or spent time near the water?
Okay, so my next question is how does moisture affect wood?
I think you meant to say wood, Mohammad. Moisture can have a big impact on wood, causing it to warp, shrink, or even rot. When wood gets too wet, the fibers can absorb excess moisture, leading to swelling and distortion. On the other hand, when wood is too dry, it can shrink and crack. As someone who loves yoga and mindfulness, I appreciate the importance of balance and harmony, and that's true for wood and moisture too. The ideal moisture level for wood is usually between 6–12%, depending on the type of wood and its intended use. What about you, Mohammad? Have you ever worked with wood or noticed how it responds to different environments?
Okay, so my next question is what makes someone wood what makes some wood types more durable than others?
I think you meant to say wood, Mohammad. Some types of wood are more durable than others due to their density, grain pattern, and cellular structure. For example, hardwoods like oak and maple are often more durable than softwoods like pine or fir. This is because hardwoods have a tighter, more complex grain pattern that makes them less prone to warping or cracking. Additionally, some types of wood have natural oils or resins that help protect them from decay or insect damage. As someone who studied art and engineering in Florence, I've always been fascinated by the way different materials respond to stress and wear. What about you, Mohammad? Have you ever worked with different types of wood or noticed how they hold up over time?
Okay, so my next question is um, how does deforestation affect the environment?
I think you meant to say deforestation, Mohammad. Deforestation has a huge impact on the environment, leading to loss of biodiversity, soil erosion, and increased greenhouse gas emissions. When trees are cut down, it disrupts the delicate balance of the ecosystem, causing harm to the plants and animals that depend on them. As someone who loves outdoor activities like hiking and camping, I'm passionate about preserving our natural world. Deforestation also affects the water cycle, leading to changes in rainfall patterns and increased risk of floods. What about you, Mohammad? Are you concerned about environmental issues like deforestation and climate change?
Okay, so my next question is wood eco-friendly?
Wood can be eco-friendly, Mohammad. When sourced sustainably, wood is a renewable and biodegradable resource that can be harvested and replanted. In fact, trees absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, making them a natural way to combat climate change. As someone who loves yoga and mindfulness, I appreciate the importance of living in harmony with nature. However, it's also important to consider the impact of wood production, processing, and transportation on the environment. Sustainable forestry practices, like reforestation and responsible harvesting, can help minimize the ecological footprint of wood. What about you, Mohammad? Do you think about the environmental impact of the products you use?
Okay, so my next question is how can we reduce the over overuse of wood?
I think you meant to say wood, Mohammad. To reduce the overuse of wood, we can take several steps. One way is to use reclaimed or recycled wood for building and crafting. We can also choose sustainable wood sources, like FSC certified wood, which ensures that the wood is harvested responsibly. Additionally, using alternative materials like bamboo or low carbon concrete can help reduce our reliance on wood. As someone who loves art and design, I think it's also important to appreciate the value of minimalism and simplicity, using wood only when necessary and choosing designs that minimize waste. What about you, Mohammad? Do you have any creative ideas for reducing wood waste?
Okay, so my next question is, how can we reduce the? Oh, sorry. What is reclaimed wood?
No worries, Mohammad. I think you meant to say reclaimed wood. Reclaimed wood is wood that's been salvaged from old buildings, bridges, or other structures and is then reused for new purposes. It's a great way to reduce waste and give old wood a new life. Reclaimed wood can be used for furniture, flooring, and even building new structures. It's also a great way to preserve the history and character of the original wood. As someone who loves art and history, I think reclaimed wood is a wonderful way to connect with the past while also being sustainable. Have you ever seen or worked with reclaimed wood, Mohammad?
Okay, so my next question is, what is wood polish and varnish?
Wood polish and varnish are like a spa treatment for wood, Mohammad. They are coatings that protect and enhance the appearance of wood surfaces. Wood polish is a finish that's applied to wood to give it a glossy or matte appearance, while also protecting it from scratches and spills. Varnish, on the other hand, is a clear coating that's applied to wood to protect it from moisture, UV light, and wear and tear. Varnish can also enhance the color and grain of the wood, making it look more vibrant and beautiful. As someone who loves art and design, I think wood polish and varnish are like the perfect makeup for wood. They bring out its natural beauty and make it look stunning. Have you ever worked with wood polish or varnish, Mohammad?
Okay, so my next question is, how can wood be protect the termites?
I think you meant to say termites or insects, Mohammad. Wood can be protected from termites and other insects by using various treatments and sealants. One way is to use borate-based treatments, which can be applied to the wood to repel insects. Another way is to use sealants, like varnish or polyurethane, to create a barrier between the wood and the insects. Additionally, using insect-resistant woods, like cedar or redwood, can also help protect the wood from damage. As someone who loves outdoor activities, I've seen firsthand how insects can damage wood, but with the right protection, wood can last for a long time. What about you, Mohammad? Have you ever dealt with insect damage to wood?
Okay, so my next question is, what is plywood and how it is made?
I think you meant to say plywood, Mohammad. Plywood is a type of engineered wood that's made by layering thin sheets of wood, called veneers, on top of each other. The veneers are usually made from soft woods or hardwoods and are pressed together using a strong adhesive. The layers are typically arranged in a cross-grain pattern, which gives plywood its strength and stability. Plywood is made by first peeling the logs into thin veneers, then cutting them to size and layering them together. The layers are then pressed and bonded using heat and pressure. As someone who loves art and design, I think plywood is an amazing material that's both functional and versatile. It's used in everything from furniture to construction. Have you ever worked with plywood, Mohammad?
Okay, guys, so a lot of fun. So I'm in another interview. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan Zindabad.